Fucking Bob Ross, baby. Fucking Bob Ross. Yo. Yo. Alright, let me get the link real quick. Your channel. Yo. Yo, what's up, Jack? What's up, brother? What's up, Jackie? Hope you're doing well. Let me bring the mic over here, too. Well, no. Oh, there we go. Sweet. I need to post I need to post this in Discord, too, probably. Yo, hope everything's well, though, man. Hope everything's well, though, Jackie. No. YouTube, yada yada. Let's go. The Fed speaking. Yeah, I already know a lot about the Fed stuff today too. Let's see. Believe me, man, I keep up with everything. I'm probably on top of stocks more than most people are. Let's see. I need to copy this link. There we go. Sweet, copy. I need to post it in Discord real quick. Here we go, dude. Is the dip before the next rip? I mean, hopefully, Bam. Hopefully, yeah. You have a lot of. I shouldn't say a lot of market pullback. You have quite a bit of market pullback today, anyway. Due to a lot of Fed stuff, due to job numbers that just came out and job openings that haven't been filled, obviously. There's a lot of going on in the market right now. It's doing to a lot of prices and a lot of stocks. I'm sure a lot of people's stocks, especially if you're in a tech part, just in a lot of stocks in general are down some. Unless you're in some of these like value plays, right? Or you're barely up. You know what I'm saying? You're like pretty much even on the day. There's definitely a lot of stocks that are down today as well, though. And a lot of that's to do to the job numbers and job openings that are out right now that aren't being filled. It's causing a lot of ruckus in the industry as well right now. Fed numbers, yada 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 yada, go into that as well. I'll probably break it down in today's AMC video, though it might be boring to a lot of people, but you gotta learn some people, right? You gotta learn some people, man. If not, then people never learn anything. Then they're always just, not knowing. Yo, what's up, Barbershop? What's up, fam? What is going on, man? I can't believe the market is at an all-time high when every single one of my stocks is down except for NVIDIA. Well, NVIDIA and Microsoft are two really good stocks, so you gotta remember, Jackie. The problem is, Jackie, it's because I'm sure maybe you're in a lot of tech areas as well and things like that, and momentum stocks. Like your tech stocks, your momentum stocks, your growth stocks a lot are down today. And that's to do with the job numbers and job openings that are open that aren't getting filled. There's a lot more into it than just that, but that's just like the easiest way of explaining it really quick. And people fearing that they're gonna, up rates, say the end of this year going into the first of next year. Nobody knows for sure, though, obviously. If I had a bet, me personally, I think they won't start upping rates until probably mid next year. That still gives us until at least next year for the market rip. Now, when they start upping rates, then you're going to see the markets definitely pull back. 100% going to be starting to pull back. You'll see it start pulling back beforehand, because usually you'll have that hint at least like 3 months ahead of time, where people know for sure. Yo, what's up, Scott? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? What is going on? That's what happened when Biden paid you to stay home. It all started with Trump too, man. You can't blame it on one person, brother. If you do that, you're just being another ignorant American, all right? And we don't want to be ignorant Americans, so. Yo, what's up, Vincent? What's up, brother? We don't condone stupidity around here, you know what I mean? Yo, what's up, Sean? What's up, man? What's up, Colin? Yo, hope you guys haven't hit the like button. Make sure you guys smack the like button. It'd be super nice. I definitely appreciate it. Let me pull up the stream over here on the other PC real quick. That way I have it up. That way if it starts being stupid, I can see it at least. Wow. Alright, well, it's not going to pull up, is it? There we go. Sweet. Stupidity, dude. So when are we selling, dude? I'm selling today, bro. Selling everything. I'm gonna go on vacation, and I'll see you guys next year. JK, I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. I kid. I'll just, again, man, I think the easiest way of knowing when to sell is when they cover, right? I think that's the easiest way of explaining when to sell is when they cover. Hey, look, guys, we already have one stupid person. Already had one today. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dude. Collapse in the chat. When it squeezes, could be another month, another year, 6 years, 10 years, Vincent. You never know, man. Maybe 10 years from now, we'll finally squeeze. I'm going to Costa Rica. You're going to Costa Rica in August. Yeah, that sounds fun. What you going down there for, Scott? For like vacation or what? What you going down there for, brother? The dip before the rip. I mean, obviously, we hope the dip like the rip happens like sooner than it, what we think. If you guys are wondering why we have the market pullback today, one, you had a lot of stocks last week get balled up, and now they're eligible to get dumped again. So they're dumping stocks back into the market, or aka shares that they bought through the dark pools. And on top of that, guys, you had a lot of momentum plays. And other stocks today get pushed back down due to the job numbers. They got, the job opening numbers that got released are getting filled right now, which comprehends things, and then also makes people think that they're going to the Feds are going to up the rates, right, sooner than they're saying they're going to up the rates. In 2023, people are saying they're going to up the rates in the end of this year, going into the first of next year. Now, I think that's kind of fuddy because I think that's kind of fuddy. I don't think we're going to see it that early. I think we could see it at the end of next year, though. It could be a little bit sooner than they think they're going to do it, but who knows, right? Who knows, man? I'm not worried about it though. I think we have at least another, at least until next year before market ripping, before we have pullbacks start happening in the market. So I'm not worried about those kind of things. There's a lot of stuff that's going on today though that's not so fun to any of your momentum plays, and obviously AMC is a momentum play, GME is a momentum play. So a lot of your momentum plays today, and a lot of your growth stocks, tech stocks in general, all those are probably getting pulled back today. On top of that, now you could say like maybe Nvidia and others aren't getting pulled back as much, but again, remember guys, at that point you're almost kind of they do have a lot of growth there, but I think those kind of stocks right there are more online, so almost like a value, maybe of a higher growth value play, which is one reason why they're not getting pulled back as much. So if some of your tech stocks aren't getting pulled back as much, you're like, one of this tech stock, that's again, it's an outlier compared to the overall, the overall market of tech that's getting pulled back some here and there. Later, squeeze release expected with GME expected when it happened in January. Well, people knew it was going to come, censorship, but just didn't know when the squeeze was going to happen, right? Nobody knows when the squeeze is going to happen. Anybody that tells you they know when the squeeze is going to happen is lying to you, and you probably shouldn't listen to them. Probably should not listen to them. And there might be somebody that's saying it's going to squeeze like every month or something. Then obviously, eventually they're going to be right. It's like the guy who it's like those guys on Wall Street that are always calling for a market crash. Yeah, man, a market crash every once in a blue moon. And I guess if you call for a market crash every month, then eventually you're going to get right on the market crash. It's like it's big brain, I guess. You eventually call it out enough, eventually it stops happening, man. I mean, GME had a lot of people on board, especially once they got into January and the price started going up when he got into like the $40, $30, $40, $50 range. You had a lot more people jump in. Now, obviously, AMC is a lot bigger than that in terms of like a movement. You're 100% right there. And one reason why that happened was because AMC was down so long at a very good number. It allowed a lot of people to buy in, right? You got a lot of people buying into the stock, which allowed it to happen. You didn't see GME start getting really big until it got over around $100 a share. It was like 80 to 100 area. And that's when you started getting really big. And then by then, a lot of people weren't even going to buy in because it's so high. Even though you already had a lot of people, I'm saying like in terms of like the numbers of like AMC numbers. Yo, what's up, Stock Explorer? How you doing, man? How you doing, brother? I think the threshold securities last list deadline is tomorrow, 13 days. Yeah, censorship, but that threshold securities thing, man, it's gonna turn out to be something a very small event. I think people are overhyping it, honestly. I think people are overhyping the threshold securities there right now. I think a lot of people that are talking about threshold securities don't really understand threshold securities. That's what I think. Somebody that's been in the market for a long time, man, somebody that's in the money market, somebody who has a degree, you know, somebody that actually has a degree in this field and actually has a degree in finance. I think people are overhyping a little bit too much. I get it. Obviously, you want to overhype things, especially if you're a YouTuber and things like that. You want to overhype things that gives you lots of views. But again, I think people are overhyping a little bit too much. But I guess it is what it is. I say just buy and hodl and don't listen to you know, don't get your hopes overhyped on one deal, right? Is that you know what I'm saying there? I really want to get back in. It might drop a little bit more, honestly, barbershop. We get today's gonna be the day where you see the bigger drops in those areas, like some of your tech plays and your growth stock plays like CCIV. We could definitely see some pullbacks here and there. We might see a little bit more. I would expect, where's CCIV right now? I haven't looked today. Again, I haven't really been looking at a lot of stocks in terms of like price points today. I haven't really cared. Yeah. See this right here, guys? See this drop point today? You probably see this in a lot of areas. See this right here, guys? Neo the same way. Your XP is going to be the same. You see this same drop. You guys are wondering why this every stock has the same drop here. This is the those jobs and numbers and everything coming out today. Which made a lot of the, you know, again, tech stocks, growth stocks, momentum plays. A lot of these plays dropped. You even had AMC doing the same thing. GME did the same thing. So if you guys are wondering why that happened there, that's the reason. It's honestly the overall reason why that happened. Not saying there's not, you know, some fuckery going around on AMC, because it's always some fuckery going on AMC. I'm just saying, hey, that's one big story today. It's happened. That's definitely hurt a lot of the market in those areas. Now, your value plays have been doing well today, right? It's like some of your value plays have been doing decent. Even some of your crypto plays have been pretty decent today as well. So you can't complain about, you know, some of the crypto plays out there. At least they're holding steady. You know what I mean? You know, Skills would be another one right now. It's getting to a nice point to be buying back into. Skills is getting to a nice point. I think if you see Skills drop down below 17, it's a really good buy opportunity. Honestly, under 20 for me, I'll buy Skills under 20 all day long. Charge Point came down as well today. It's another one. Again, this is more of a growth type play as well. Though I do love, you know, I love Charge Point, but again, it's a really good buying dip opportunity right now. Now, these stocks could come down a little bit more. Like, these could come down a little bit more. Just don't be worried. Don't get scared of it. If you have some money to be buying, obviously good buying opportunities here because you know where the stock could be at. But again, today is one of those days where we had a lot of stuff come out. A lot of FUDRY came out today as well in the markets. You know, when the market's red, man, it's when you want to buy. So if you see the market being very red, stocks down 7, 10, 20% from where they were, obviously it's a good time to be buying, you know, shares of stocks. Great times, man. Great times. I don't think they'll stay down forever. If anybody's worried about that, again, I think we'll see a market boom still going into the later parts of the summer. We'll see a good market boom. Now, going into next year, we could see some pullbacks here and there, especially if they do announce that they might start tapering, let's say mid next year or like the end of next year, 2022 instead of 2023. Then obviously you're going to start seeing some market pullbacks. Say it's the end of 2023, you'll probably start seeing market pullbacks probably next year around like March, April area. Some larger pullbacks, right? Due to tapering. My bank won't allow me to buy crypto on Binance. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, there's you can try the Voyager link down below. I don't know where you live at though, obviously. Every automaker is going all electric. I think these Tesla Lucid will just blend in with the rest of the automakers. Nah, man. Again, you got to remember, dude. There's a difference between an electric automaker and then something like Ford or GM, right? Like I have those stocks. I have GM stock. I have Ford stock. But there's something different between like a Tesla or a Lucid or a Neo than it is like a Ford or or something like that, right? You have an electric car, then you have like somebody that actually understands electric and understands the value of the cars and how they're moving, right? Again, I like Ford and GM's like price points going forward once they get into, you know, more electricity. I think GM's ahead of Ford, obviously, on that end as well. But if I'm going to be buying into like a, you know, an all EV play, I'm going to buy into an all EV play, right? Like you're like a Lucid or a Neo or an Xpeng or a Li Auto or Tesla or something. Before I bought it to like a Ford or GM. Though I do have Ford stock and I do have GM stock, and I hope they do well. But I'd much rather buy into a those areas of electric cars if I'm buying into them. Well, it definitely stands out for sure, censorship. For sure, man. That's the reason why I said like I'll buy Ford and GM, and I know it's going to go up over time. It's just like if I'm going to be buying, like if I'm going to buy a electric car company, I'd much rather buy a Neo or a Tesla, right, before I buy a Ford or a GM. Now, I'll buy GM before I buy Ford because the Ford's so far behind. I do have a lot of Ford, but I bought a lot of Ford like $6, $6 and $7 price range. I bought a lot of Ford in those areas because, again, I knew eventually they would get around to stop being old dinosaur and start making some electric cars more, which finally they are. And I hope Ford eventually goes really, really high, and I hope they can do really, really well in the electric market. If I was going to buy electric, again, I'd rather buy Neo or Tesla stock before I bought them, or even a Li Auto or Xpeng or a Lucid at that point. Though Lucid, again, still more of a speculative play because I haven't started selling cars yet. But again, I think they'll do fine. I think Lucid will do very fine. Yo, chat, if you guys have it, make sure to smack the like button. Definitely helps out. There's a lot of analysts and fancy words going around, so these people must be right. Yo, Vincent, man, hey. If you're studying the market since January, man, you got to be one smart cookie, right? I mean, every car company is going to go electric anyway because that's just the future. You know what I mean? That's just the future in general. Now, eventually, I think you'll see more like commercial stuff. You know, go more like maybe hydro. Because it's a little more efficient for bigger, like big rigs and things like that. I think they'll go a little bit more hydro as well. So obviously a lot of people will be buying into hydro stocks, things like that. I think the commercial stock can go hydro while, like, you know, consumers like us will go more electric. Not saying you won't see electric stuff in commercial either. Because you'll definitely see electric commercial stuff. I'm just saying it makes more sense if you were going to hydro stuff, it'd be more for commercial type things. But me personally, I haven't really been buying into hydro. I probably won't stop buying into hydro just because it's just not enough infrastructure there yet. Now, once they announce like more infrastructure and we see a lot more stuff, maybe like 2024, 2025 is probably when I'll start buying more hydro stocks. Until then, I'm just going to load up on electric. And I'll continue to hold those for the next, 10, 15 years probably. Not saying you can't play those on and off. Not saying you can't play those areas. Because you can definitely play those areas. Because I'm broke, I'll probably regret that, but it's fine with the stocks. Yeah, exactly, Vince. I mean, Vince, as long as you're investing like here and there, whenever you can, you know what I mean? Like here, there, whatever. I think you're fine, man. You ain't got to go out and like, put a bajillion dollars into the market. You ain't got to do that at all. I say do what you're comfortable with, right? And don't be going out and blowing all your money. You definitely don't have a lot of money just sitting in a bank account because that's just silly in general. Sure, if AMC squeezes a share, the pressure for them to issue more shares will be. Oh yeah, they're censorship. They'll definitely put more shares into the market next year. If I had to guess, though, it'd probably be like April, May area before they put new shares into the market. Like Q2 area is when I would be doing it. Yeah. Webull does allow that now. Yeah, they do, which is good. And Webull also has a thing going on right now as well. Like if you sign up with Webull and you put $5 into their thing, they give you I think they give you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,000. Yeah. So they have a special going on because of that. Yeah, I'll pin it to the thing real quick too. 2K bouquet, man. $2K bouquet. Yo, RIP, guys. We be getting hammered by YouTube. I think I'm whitelisted by YouTube, or like ghosted, right? Like ghost banned or whatever they want to call it. Feels bad. There's nothing I can do about it though. It's nothing I can do. All right, let's see. They are a bunch of deeks. But yeah, it's about time Webull added fractional shares. They've been working on it for a while. Like, I knew about fractional shares since, like, March. So, I think actually fractional shares they wanted to release, like, last month. But I think they ran into some issues, so they released it this month finally. Back in AMC, I wonder if it will take, what it will take. The USC will be interesting. There's definitely, I think there's still a lot of hype around AMC, right? There's definitely still a lot of hype. Now, obviously, once like AMC was at an all-time high, you're going to have more hype going into AMC then. You're obviously going to have a hype like die down when you go back down to lower numbers. No matter what, that's just natural. I still think there's a lot of interest in AMC, though. Still think there's a lot of interest in AMC. Today's push down today, man. I think we would have had a down day in the market overall in terms of like tech and momentum stocks. And I think what happened is that we seen this downfall today, right, in lots of stocks, right, when you came into the market. And what I think happened after that, man, is what I always think's happening a lot is that we're getting taken advantage of that, aka the hedge funds are taking advantage of the down part of the market today, so they're pushing down AMC even further with those shares they bought last week, which they're dumping back into the market today. That's the reason why we've seen a lot of these big orders go through, say, Thursday and Friday and Wednesday of last week. I was thinking, man, we're going to probably see some pushbacks going into this week again, unless we get a lot of hype. Unless we got a lot of hype. I was honestly hoping, though, yesterday would have been a very good day, and I was also hoping that those job opening numbers weren't being so bad, because the job opening numbers, man, kind of ripped stocks in general. I knew that was going to happen. I've been watching those job opening numbers, man, like a hawk. Hedges aren't screwed. Well, money rules the market, Timothy. Money rules markets, man. That's the reason why I've always said that the hedge funds, man, and funds in general and suits, they rule the market. They do what they want to do. Like, people can talk all day, man, about, you know, thresholds and yada, 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 and rules they go through. Those are great things for YouTube, right? It makes for good YouTube content. It makes for good views on YouTube. But they mean nothing if they don't get, you know, they don't get enforced, right? If rules don't get enforced, it means nothing. If the rule gets enforced once a year, it means nothing, right? Like, people are talking about how we're going to see lots of, you know, lots of margin calls, right? Like any time of the day, yada yada. With that what is it? Rule 002, the DTC 002, I think, or was it DT's? I think it was either that or DTC 005. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. People were talking about lots of margin calls happening, and I was like, dude, we're probably not gonna see lots of margin calls. Even if that rule comes into a place, right? It might get used once a month, maybe once every month. You know what I'm saying? Like every once in a blue moon. Yo, what's up, Sahil? How you doing, brother? They would end paper gold trading and nothing happened at all. You're hoping that happens. I mean, it'd be nice, right, Mike? It'd be nice, man, if margin calls happen like they should, right? And if those rules got enforced, it'd be nice. I just don't expect it to happen. It's not just me being a Debbie Downer. It's me just being a realistic person, right? Like, I've been in the markets long enough, man, that I know what's going to happen. I'm not stupid. Like, these rules sound great. We have a lot of rules out there, man. Just go read through a lot of the DTC rules. A lot of them sound great. They just don't get used a lot. We just don't see them get used, man. Yo, Scott, what's up, man? What is up, dude? Everything's going okay, Scott. Everything's going okay, man. Life's been rough, but, you know, That's life sometimes for you, right? That is life sometimes. Yo, chat, if you guys have it, make sure to smack the like button. It definitely helps out. Since YouTube has shadow banned us on YouTube now. So since we're shadow banned, man, all the likes help for sure. The SEC is in the pocket of the hedgies is why. Well, again, though, stop. That's what I'm saying, man. People with money rule the market. And you know who has a lot of money? Suits, right? The suits have lots of money, man. The toots, the suits, the hedgies, whatever you're going to call them. Lots of many words. That's the reason why they've ruled the market for a long time now. You know, the DTCs, you know, the FTC, like all these, you know, different groups, man. A lot of times have a lot of people on their boards, right? Or you know, in Citadel or in whatever company you can think of, man. A lot of them have a lot of funds, man, that are, you know, top dogs in one company. It's at the top of the boards, right? Why are you shadow banned? Because I've been banned off YouTube once already, and my channel's got like 3 or 4 strikes on it. That's eventually been taken off, but YouTube's shadow banned the channel now, so that's the reason why numbers are way down. And it's a big RIP, man. And that's one reason why, like, it's hard for me to even want to get on anymore. Honestly, it's like, oh man, it's so draining. Pump out content, then YouTube just smacks me. It is what it is, dude. It is what it is. It's like a mental taxing game. To like go from like channel growth going crazy to like getting smacked by YouTube and then getting shadow banned. I can't even post comments on my own videos anymore without my comments getting deleted by YouTube, man. It's like, oh. Yeah. It's annoying, man. It's annoying. Yo, what's up, DJ? Yeah, see, it's YouTube, man. There's nothing I can do about it. YouTube shadow banned the channel, so. What do you think about Naked? I think Naked's okay if you can get it super, super cheap. I mean, I'm not a buyer of Naked. I don't think I would buy Naked. Personally, I would not buy Naked, but I mean, if it's your money, right? I think there's a lot better buys out there than Naked. A lot better buys. What's better buys there, man? But again, it's your money, right? So do what you want to with it. Do what you want with your body, man. This is my emo, man, for YouTube right here. Yo, good. That's good though. That's good censorship. That's good, man. It's not really that YouTube like stops notifications from going out for some people. It's more like YouTube doesn't push the channel anymore. Like a lot of people don't get. Some people don't get notifications anymore. I can't even comment on my own videos half the time without them getting just straight deleted. So you're a Boeing shorted boy, YouTube, man. Hey. Genworth, GNW. Yo, Charles, man. Genworth's the best stock out there, bro. I don't know what you mean. Try to get more Neo under 45. Again, man, I think there's some good pullback buys right now. I think this right here, once this pullback we see happen right here stops, I think it's when we'll start seeing the market start, you know, slowly start recovering all the way. I'm not talking about the market, because I know the market's, a lot of this market's at all-time highs. I'm talking about, like, you know, say your growth stocks and your momentum plays, right? I think it's when we'll start seeing those pull back up. Yo, exactly, Rhymes, exactly. When in doubt, zoom out, man. I think the best picture to paint, guys, is like sometimes things don't, you know, go like right away. Sometimes you have to wait a long time, man. If you have a high conviction in something, sometimes you have to wait a long time. Sometimes you have to wait a while. That's just the way it goes. Like, the only thing I can say, guys, honestly, for me, is that I'm probably not going to be holding calls very long, because going into November and December, you know, obviously, if the Feds were to announce anything, let's say that the Feds announce some kind of tapering of any sorts, or if we have kind of like a stagflation going on, in the market. I think, like in the market as a whole could see some sort of pullbacks in November, December area. So I'm probably not going to hold calls, even if so. Let's just say the market's really good going in November, December, and even in January. And they even announced, let's just say they announced like maybe they start tapering and say, third quarter or fourth quarter next year. The theta, is gonna smack you. The decay there is gonna smack you with those calls. So a lot of my calls I have right now, I'm gonna try to get out. Probably try to get out of those in October, November at the latest. Probably try to get out before October. And I'll buy shares with those, right? Because I think shares are the best way to be buying anyway. Because again, I do like calls. You guys know that, man. I like playing calls because you can use smaller amounts of money, right, and leverage that money a lot better. At least in some areas. But you don't want to hold them too long, especially even if you have long out calls. You don't want to get stuck in theta, just smack you. So that decay there can really hurt. So what I'll probably do is any kind of calls I have right now, I'll probably get out of those. I'm going to try to before October, November area. Probably try to get out of those because I think we're going to see a larger market pull up in August, September. I think we'll see a larger market pull up anyway then in terms of like a more sustained bull run. Now I'm not talking about like the overall market. I'm talking about just like I'm talking about the plays I have right now because a lot of my options are in momentum plays and tech plays, right, and growth stocks. So I'll probably try to get a lot of those options then. Yeah. It is Nicholas. Yeah, it's Charizard. Yeah. Where do you see Apple by the end of the year? I think a lot of things depend on Apple, right? If Apple announces their like car and yada yada, right? For me, Apple's long-term shares, like I'm just going to continue buying Apple because Apple does also have a watch. Their new, probably sometime in 2022, they're probably going to announce their new watch for diabetics as well. I think that's going to be a big game changer for anybody especially anybody that's holding like Sense or Dexcom or Abbott or something like that, which I do have a lot of those shares. But I think a game changer for that industry is if when Apple does announce their watch, it's going to be able to read your blood glucose without having a transmitter on you or having to have a transmitter inserted into you. This reads it straight from under your skin, without a transmitter. If Apple does announce that, which they're already working on it, when they do announce that, I think that's really going to help out the stock. And then obviously, if Apple does even if they get into just software, right? If they get into the software, let's say they partner with, CCIV or they partner with whoever they partner with, stock's going to go up. Or if they just do their own car, right? Stock's going to go way up anyway. I'm long-term Apple. So I'm not worried about Apple in that area. I'm going to hold Apple for the next 10 years probably, right? It's kind of like Disney. I think Disney's like long-term, longevity in terms of like price going up is very, very well. I'll buy Disney today and come back in 10 years and be happy. You know what I mean? To me, it's kind of like Tesla or Neo or any of those plays. I can just put money into, man, and walk away for 10 years and come back. It's kind of the way I look at it. Yeah, that Charizard emote, man. That Charizard emote's like that fine emote where you got the guy who's just like sipping the coffee with all the fire around him. That's a Charizard emote right there. This is fine, man. This is fine. We also got our Phil's Ape Man right here too. Phil's Ape Man. I got an Apple Watch on right now. It has lots of health and yeah. I love my watch too, dude. Like great watches. 100%. But if Apple can come out with that technology, man, that reads your blood glucose, like, because I'm a type 1 diabetic too, but without having to have a transmitter on or anything like that, I think that's gonna be a game changer in the industry in general. Because that's something that a lot of people have been wanting to come out with, right? It'd be a lot cheaper too than having to spend $1 bajillion on getting inserts. And buying Dexcoms or, getting sensors put under your skin because those procedures aren't cheap and those sensors aren't cheap either. How am I feeling about AMC? I mean, I'm long-term AMC no matter what, Josh. I think we're going to go through lots of ups and downs. like I've always said, I think AMC is going to be a slow burner. I've said this since January. So I don't think we're going to see like this long lasting upward effect, man. It's going to go really, really quick, right? Like boom, and the squeeze is here and it's gone. I've always thought that AMC was going to be a slow burner up, pullback, slow burner back up, pullback, slow burner back up, pullbacks. It'd be more of a slow squeeze than what we had with, say, GME. It'd be nice, though, if we got a really nice, just like, big pop really quick. Now, that could happen, right, if we start seeing bigger margin calls come into effect. But I don't think we're going to see bigger margin calls even start coming into effect, at least until we hit $100 or so. Yo, what's up, Flix? What's up, brother? Hope you're doing good, my man. Apple's supposed to come out with a camera that attaches to your glasses and can take... Oh, yeah. I've seen that, too. I've been waiting on that to come out for almost... It takes a while, man, for that tech stuff to come out. I don't think the watch would even come out probably until, maybe 2024, 2023 area, DJ. So... Yeah, I mean, it takes a long time for stuff like that. Years and years for it to go through all kinds of, one certifications. Because, again, that'll have to go through even more because you have to go through FDA and everything. So your long AMC versus a swing. You can swing trade all you want, Josh. I mean, it's your money, dude. It's your money, man. You could swing trade, AMC. Now, obviously, Josh, if AMC was a squeeze up and we see hedge funds covering, then I would sell my AMC, right? Then I would buy back on the low, and I would be long-term AMC. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. That's what I mean by long-term. It's not like AMC is going to squeeze and I'm not going to sell it all, because I'm definitely going to sell on the squeeze. I'm just saying I'm long-term AMC because, again, once the squeeze is over, I'm still going to buy shares of AMC again and then ride it out for, a long period of time. But I'll definitely put money in other places off AMC. I've never been a one-trick pony, guys. You gotta remember, man, I own, me personally, guys, I own 73 different stocks. Now, I don't recommend anybody doing that, right? It's a lot of areas of stocks to be owning into. And it's a lot to keep up with. But again, a lot of those stocks I'm long-term on, and some of them are swing trades, right? And some of them are some of them are, let's say, every once in a while I do scalp trades, which is daily, in and out, kind of like 15, 20 minutes in and out kind of things. And I do swing trades. I would say maybe 5 to 10 of those stocks are probably swing trades. I'll hold them for maybe a month or two and then get out, or maybe I'll hold them for a week and get out, yada, yada, yada. But guys, remember, I've been in the stock market for a long time. So over time, I've just accumulated lots of stocks I'm just long-term on. And eventually, maybe I'll sell out some of those once they hit their peak, or when I think they're hitting peaks. And then maybe I'll sell out. But for now, man, a lot of my stocks I'm long-term on. Is it possible that the squeeze doesn't happen? I mean, that's always a plausibility there, Michael, right? There's always a plausibility that this thing continues just to go up and down, up and down, up and down without the real big squeeze happening in terms of the overall just massive, boom, because nobody knows what the market's going to do, right? Because you see what happened to GME. There's always possibilities in there, 100%. I don't think there's anybody out there that can tell you with 100% certainty, man, that something's going to squeeze or not, right? Now, the possibility that it's going to squeeze is very high, though. Very, very high possibility there that it's going to. And I'm betting on it squeezing, too. I'm definitely betting on it squeezing, Michael, because I think the upper chance of it squeezing is way higher than, say, the market coming in bailing out, those hedge funds. But I think for the overall bigger squeeze to happen, we're going to have margin calls start coming into effect, right? So once we start seeing margin calls come into effect, that's when we're going to see the bigger bigger push up in AMC price points. Hopefully that makes sense. Why do somebody get really mad when AMC goes down? They call me infuriated, man. I'm like, dude, it's going to go down sometimes. That's just because you got paper hands, DJ. Paper hands, bro. I think people just get frustrated, right? I think people just get frustrated. Hopefully that makes sense, man. I think that's the biggest issue is people just get frustrated very easily. There's a lot of new people in the market. A lot of people that really just, don't understand the market, right? They watch probably some YouTube channel that's the guy probably just started in the market in January like they did. You know, maybe they read a couple articles and now they're like geniuses on the stock market. You know, it's kind of like this whole threshold thing right now that people are hyping up. Again, it makes for great YouTube content. But the threshold, man, is, I think it's small news, right? But again, it makes for good YouTube content. Buy a seat on that MMJ cultivation facility. Yo, nice, Michael. Nice, dude. Nice. I hope lots of people make lots of money, man. Michael, I mean, as somebody that works in finance, right? And for you guys that don't know, obviously, you guys ask me what I do for a living. Obviously, I do freelance financial stuff as well for multiple companies. And as somebody that does that, man, like me personally, man, like I love to see people in retail, like retail investors, get into investing. So I want everybody to make money. I love, man, that people are you know, spreading their horizons on investing in general, and not just putting their money into like a bank account, right, and putting it into a savings account and thinking that's okay to do. You know what I mean? Like, I love people doing that. People open up Roth IRAs and people just doing things like that. I love it. It's amazing. It makes me very happy. Makes me very, very happy, man. And I don't want people to get discouraged either from investing. But it also kind of sucks, man, to see a lot of blind leading the blind, right? You know what I mean? As much as I love Ape Nation, man, and I'm all a part of it, I also just hate, man, seeing a lot of blind people leading the blind, right? And what I mean by that is a lot of people just don't know the markets at all, leading people that don't know the markets. What you think of SoFi? I like SoFi a lot, Nicholas. I like SoFi a lot. I do. I actually have SoFi stock. I have SoFi stock myself. If you could, we can bring up SoFi really quick. Let me pull this back out to the 2-hour charting really quick. I honestly, again, I think right now is a good time to be buying into SoFi. I really do. But again, if it does go down to $15 again, I would say load the boat on SoFi at that point. At $15, you can see around $15 is very, very good. But again, guys, look where we're at right now. Like $17 area, man. Look how much, over time, look how much further this is up. Yeah, I mean, over the $17 range if you're looking at it. But again, if it goes down to like $14, $15, it's even a better deal. But it doesn't mean you can't start like nibbling, man, in the under $17 range. You've had this pullback in SoFi over this last little bit. So you could definitely be nibbling on SoFi, you know, in that last little bit. My average on SoFi is right under $15 itself right now. I bought a couple, like I've been buying on dips under the $16 range myself. And I've definitely been buying a lot more when it dips around the $14 range, between 14 and 15. I even bought some of these dips down here in the $13 range. I started buying in SoFi though right around $17.50 area, and I've got my thing down lower and lower and lower as it went. Now I'm long-term SoFi though. I think they have a great business. I think their like business model is very genius. They make money in lots of areas. I think it's very, very good, man. Because they outsource a lot of stuff. They outsource a ton of stuff, right? Like if you go on their website, man, and go to get, say you go to get like life insurance, you click on the life insurance thing, it sends you to like the ladder. So they just outsource a lot of stuff. And they get a lot of money that way because they sign very, very big deals with these companies, man. They outsource a lot of stuff, and I think it's very, very smart as a business model. I like DD. Again, though, Tom, the only bad thing is when you're buying stuff that are in different countries, like say if you buy like a Chinese stock or a Korean stock or Japanese stock, people devalue those a little bit, say value those a little bit less than say DD was to be operating, or a company was to be operating somewhere else. But again, I think there's a lot of great companies, man, that are in different countries that I think are both great. I mean, Lex, you can open up a Roth IRA on something easy as like a webull, right? It doesn't matter where you open one up at. I don't think that matters so much. I don't think it matters at all, honestly. And if you guys want to open up one right now, like Webull has a thing going on. If you open up a Webull account, put $5 and you get 2 free stocks worth of $2,000. I think it's worth doing that. Maybe to open up a Roth IRA on there. Yeah, CT. Yeah, like CT said, hit the like button, guys. If you guys didn't know, man, the channel's been getting RIP'd by YouTube. So if you guys are wondering why numbers are like super small on the channels, because I got my channel right now is Ghost, I guess like Ghost Band or whatever you're going to call it. Ghosted. They're suing the stock market, claiming they're getting cheated in the American market. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't doubt it, DJ. The market's crazy, man. I think there's a lot of stocks, man, that are from different places that are definitely get smacked in the American market just because they're from somewhere else, right? But it's no different in any other country, you know what I mean? Seems like every country thinks their country's the best country, right? So my country's better than your country. So man, we just all get along better. It'd be nice, even though it's never gonna happen. But it'd be nice, right? It would be nice. Yo, what's up, Crazy Mainer? Hope you're doing well, brother. No, it's not. It's actually not. No, it's just Diet Cola. I need the caffeine in my life, man. Need the those 4 to 5 hours sleep get to you, man. After a while, right? You're like, oh yeah. I probably need a beer, LOL. Honestly, I don't drink a lot, though. That dad life, man. The dad life took over. Yo, CT. Hey, man. Thank you so much, man, for becoming a member of the channel, my dude. Thank you, CT. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting me and the fam and the channel and the stream fam, brother. Let me give you some claps. Let's go, baby. Yo, CT, thank you, man. Feels ape, man. Feels ape. I need a whole bottle right now to ease the red, yo, big. You ain't kidding. Yo, what's up, though, Sal? How you doing today, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Watch the last bit of the market. There's a massive volume, and that 1 minute market is a complete farce, dude. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, though, Pulse, I think a lot of the market today, if you're in any kind of like most of your momentum plays, guys, some of your tech stocks, obviously, especially your tech growth stocks, have been down today a lot. If you're in those areas, and that's because of the Feds today, and then 2, the job market numbers didn't help us, right? So those job openings right now aren't helping us, and people thinking that they're going to up the rates at the end of this year, going into the first of next year, which I don't think is going to happen. I think that's kind of fuddy. I think that's a little bit fuddy right now. Some fuddy muddies, which always happens. That's the reason why I say I think red days like today are really good buy days. If you have money, man, don't be scared to be buying some red, some red stocks here and there in these areas. And just like I think AMC below $50 is a good buy point because, again, we've been staying between 50 and 60. So if you get in 45, you're guessing once a lot of this area clears back up, we'll go right back above 50 and probably up to 55 area again. I'm hanging in, my brother. Yo, nice, dude. Nice. Hey, man, thank you. You've been lurking way too long. Hey, I appreciate you, CT. I appreciate you, man. Yo, I'm doing good, Kevin. I'm doing good, man. Just been trying to fight YouTube and trying to, stay afloat here, honestly, man. I've been doing a lot of work, obviously, and then on top of that, with my grandmother being sick, it's been, pretty rough on that end, but I have another baby, and all my money is getting stuck in AMC and going to bills. Hey, Josh, remember, man, don't be too silly, though. You know what I'm saying, man? What I mean by that is you don't put too much money into the market that you can't stand, right? Especially if you have a little one coming. You don't want to do that. I've seen too many people, like, overdo themselves. Only do what you can. You got my house down payment savings on this hold for me, bro. Your house down payment savings on this. Yo, nice, Bradley. Well, hopefully you make double that house down payment, right, or triple or whatever. Maybe even pay the whole darn house off. That'd be nice. That would be nice. Yo, what's up, Gasky? How you doing, brother? What are the facts? It's more on the fact, man, JP. It's more on the fact that a lot of people are expecting the Feds to raise rates sooner. And the reason why that is, JP, is because jobs right now, the job numbers, openings are very, very high. And fewer of those are getting filled, obviously. Fewer of those jobs are getting filled right now compared to how many jobs are open. So the market's kind of pricing in that the growth in some of those companies are going to be smaller than they thought they were before. And that's the reason why you're seeing some of this unknown. It's more the unknown, right? So what's worse than something bad in the market, guys, is something unknown. It sounds weird, I know, man. So the unknown literally affects the market more than the bad. So you have the bad and you have the unknown, right? So the unknown really affects the markets more than anything, which might sound weird. I get it, but it does. I don't know what it is, man. Like, there could be some bad news come out and the market like drops like 3% or something, right? Let's just say like growth stocks, let's just say they drop 3%. But if something bad comes out, let's say they drop like 3%. And then the unknown comes out, man, they drop like 10% or something stupid. I think it's just irrational selling. And I think a lot of that selling is honestly like the big firms, like your suits and stuff selling out. And then they'll buy back in a day or two later and push the market right back up. So what they do, they cash back out, then they get back in, man, and ride the movement back up. Kind of like what they did in like March, April, and May, doing the same thing now again. I need this squeeze for my wife told me to sell when I was way up, and now she's giving me the side eye. Yeah, I feel you, Gasky. I mean, I'm sure some people sold out too, Gasky. You know, when it's up really high and they're going to buy back in lower, right? Yada, yada. This is the reason why, like I was talking about, if you had options, it was a good time to get your options out when we were in the $70 plus range, because I knew we were having a market pullback. And now I'm not talking about the market. I'm talking about like AMC pullback. Because me personally, what I think is going to happen to AMC, I think we're going to have a high pullback, right? Then another high eventually. We'll push back up to another high. And then we'll have another pullback. And then another high, another pullback. I think we're going to have a slow squeeze on AMC until we get a margin call. Now, if margin calls start happening, then I definitely think we're going to go, you know, high really quick. But I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. I heard Jason use the term Red Wednesday. That's careful observation. I think there might be some truth to that, dude. Well, we knew that we were gonna get those job like openings and things like that numbers out today, and then you know that was gonna have a lot of influence, and that's gonna cause a lot of unknown today, which again did because of the Fed stuff. Because now you have a lot of articles. Like, just go search that. Just go search, like, why the market's... Put in, like, why the market's down today. I'm sure there's probably lots of articles today. You probably just put in market... let's just put in... I probably just search stock market. Honestly, dude. And there's probably a lot of it on there. Yeah, look, like, what the stock market's... Black Swan Index hitting an all-time high tells us, yada, yada. Probably just... why the bond yields are falling. Here are 2 reasons, yada, yada. And a lot of this has to do with the global numbers. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a lot of articles right here, man. It goes over a lot of those areas too. Here's a good one by Barron's, man. Here's a good article by Barron's. Stocks climb on Fed minutes that fell to surprise. So we had that bigger pullback this morning, right? And then they went back up. The stock started pulling back up. Definitely not up from those, you know, the highs at the start of the day, though. But I will say we're up a little bit over some of those, right? Like if I pull up Neo really quick, I can pull up. Honestly, we can probably just pull up any stock. If I just pull up Neo. See, we had this down pull, and then we started coming back up off this low at 45.75. Not a big pull up. I'll give you that. But at least we it looks like we might have hit a bottom here. I think it's a really good buying opportunities for Neo, though. If you can get Neo in the $45 range, I think that's a really good buying opportunities for Neo. Same thing right here, right? We came down to the low of 40.42. Then we're up, and now we're back at the 41.70. Again, still low, right, compared to the 44 earlier before those numbers started coming out. And probably the same thing with CCIV. See right here, CCIV, we had that drop on those numbers. 24.76 back up though $1, which is great. The same thing happened over here with AMC. Now I think AMC had this double dip again though, because I think this right here is when hedge funds started trying to manipulate as well right here. So you had this down part at the start of the day, and a lot of this was due off those numbers, right? And then on top of that, you had hedges pushing us down as well, which is going to happen. I think the hedges were waiting though for a good opportunity to push us down some more. Off those overall numbers, but still, it's not a lot you can do about that, man. All you can do is just continue to hodl, and then, you know, once the FUD kind of clears out for a little while, we'll have some more clearing again. I'm guessing there was something to do with Newegg. I seen Newegg this morning. I was honestly going to buy some. God, it's up a lot, dude. I mean, I should have bought some options this morning too. I should have bought the options, champ. Should have bought those options. Custom PCs. Yada. Is that what it is? Newegg soaring just off the demand, off the on-demand custom PC assembly? I haven't looked a lot into it. Let me. I can search up a little bit and tell you if it's off those. If it is just off those, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I was gonna buy some too today, Hunter. That's what I get for not buying them, man. I was like, no. I've seen a lot of people talking about it. I've seen a lot of talk about it today. Is that what it is, though? Newegg's new PC building service might hold stock on rare components fine. Is it a meme? Is it? Oh, I bet you that is. So this is like the new meme play. That's probably why I see it trending every day too on a lot of those forums. Talking about stock Newegg on Bloomberg today. It's skyrocketing. Well, they talked about the new PC stuff, DJ. I see them talking Newegg PC stuff, right? I see them talking about that, but I also see Newegg like trending everywhere. Maybe it hit like a. Maybe it's again. Some of the articles I read like said it's like part of the new meme stock. Maybe I hit a lot of like, you know, causing meme stuff again, right? Meme stuff. What I mean by that is just people talking about it in the interwebs, right? Maybe hit a lot of fame off that. Me personally, if I was a Newegg right now, I'd be I would have cashed out earlier, man, on some of these bigger in the $70 range. I mean, right now is even not a bad time. And then if we see like another pullback, you know, maybe look to jump back in around 50 because you might have another surge up again. It's up though. It's up a lot. 150% in a day is nutty, dude. Was they shorted a lot too or no? Oh no, it's a lot. That is a lot, man. Yo, chat, if you guys have it, make sure to hit the like button below. Definitely helps out. Hope everyone's having a great day today. If you're not a sub, hit the sub button as well. Kind of like Clove did. We all knew Clove was going to dump again. That's the reason why I was like, dude, get out now, guys. Get out now. Well, the problem is with that, DJ. The session with shorted stocks valid. It seems like every stock is shorted. Well, the problem with that, Josh, is there's a lot of shorted stock. It really is, man. There's a lot, especially if you're a growth stock or momentum play, right? And again, a lot of people pay attention to growth and momentums, right? And then you have a lot of shorted stocks on top of that. The session with shorted stocks started obviously with GME and AMC. the point is that we didn't want to see a lot of stocks getting shorted because, again, these suits do this, man, to try to destroy companies. I think people spread themselves thin, though, once they start talking about this shorted stock and that shorted stock and this shorted stock and that shorted stock. And then you kind of spread yourself, right? We're spreading ourselves thin. What you want to do, guys, is what you want to do, man, is you want to channel your inner. Let's pull it up. You want to channel your inner Bob Ross, right? You want to channel your inner Bob Ross. You want to paint some happy little trees. You know, you want to paint some happy little trees, and then, you know, off of that, you know, paint some happy little green monies in your pocket. And I think a lot of people look at shorted stocks to do that very easily because they think they can just spread it. My problem with that is, man, is that a lot of these forums get infiltrated, right, by, say, hedge funds and other places. And then you also have a lot of content creators getting paid by some of these hedge funds as well, man, to push other stocks really quick. There's nothing you can do about it, though, right? There's nothing you can do about that. Nothing you can do about it, man. Then every stock becomes a meme stock, right? Or becomes a new stock that people like to push and then they dump. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do about that. You think the squeeze will come soon? I don't know if it's going to come soon, Benjamin. Vaporized banks. Hey, Benjamin. I think every week somebody says it's coming this week, so no. I think it's going to come when people least expect it to come. Not when people expect it to come. Could happen at any time, though. Could happen at any time. But me personally, I think it's going to come when it's least expected to come. That's what I think. If you wanted my 100% opinion. When you pump it and then they buy the short. Yeah. Yo, Gasky, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there, man. That's the problem, too. Is that, like, you could be a hedge. Let's just say you're a hedgy, Gasky. I'm not saying you're a hedgy. I'm just saying maybe let's just say that they hired you, right, to go into these forums, which would be very cheap, right? If they were to go to, like, a different country, let's just say they hire some people from, like, Indonesia, right, online or something like that, or India or something, right? And some of these, like, little like these little computer offices, right? And they hired somebody, man, for cheap. You know what I mean? Pennies on a dollar to go inside some of these like Reddits and other areas, and then spread different ones, right? Different kind of stocks, and say this stock's, you know, this stock's undervalued, this stock's undervalued. Before you know it, man, you got so many people spread out against different places, and as these stocks go up, then the hedge funds go and they buy shorts, and the stock falls and make lots of money over and over again. Honestly, that's my thought on it. It's been my thought for a while. That's what they've been doing. But hey, there's people out there making money doing it, so, you know, more power to them. Let them do that, man. Just waiting on Elon to accept Bitcoin and Doge again, LOL. Yo, I mean, that'll eventually happen. Eventually, Benjamin. I'm very long-term, Benjamin, though, on cryptocurrencies. Like, long term. Like 2030, 2040, on and so forth. No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying, like, they could literally hire anybody, right, to do that kind of stuff. It'd be very easy to do. Any advice on starting out in the market? My 200% gain, like AMC, seems rare. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Super Goss, it is very rare, man, to get a 200% gain within a year, right? It's very rare, dude. Right now, the way the market's been the last year, man, has been nuts. You know what I mean? Pretty much this last year, man, you could have went, like, threw a dart, right, on any stock and made good money off of it. My best bet there, man, I don't know how much money you have, obviously, but spread it out at least between, like, 3 to 5 different stocks that you really like, right? And just, you know, continue to spread that money out over time, depending on how much money you have, right? Open up your Roth IRA, that way you're paying less money in taxes, because you can fill it up with $6,000 a year, you know, pretty much, you know, and any kind of money you raise in that, tax-free once you take it out, once you go to retire. There's a lot of stuff to do, man. There's a lot of stuff. I can go on for probably all day long talking about things you could do. Would it be possible for hedges to drop the price so low that they would get out of it with almost no losses? I highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. I don't think we're going to go like crashing super low, right? I honestly think we'll see AMC go back up between the $50, $55 range again. So the reason why I said I think today's some pretty good dip buy opportunities in the markets, right? I think there's some really good dip buy opportunities. Yo, Barbershop, love you, brother. Love you, man. I think there's a lot of good dip buys, especially if you're in some of these momentum plays, or if you're in some growth stocks, especially like your growth, let's just say like your EV plays or your batteries and things like that. I think there's a lot of good opportunities there, man, to jump in and hold on at really good price rates. Yo, what's up, Brandon? Hope you're doing well, fam. Yo, if you guys haven't joined our Discord, make sure you guys join Discord as well. Also, if you guys haven't hit the like button, make sure you guys smack the like button. If you guys don't know, man, we're a ghost band on YouTube right now, so that's a RIP for us. So if you guys have been wondering why numbers have been super, super low in the channel, YouTube's ghost band is. It's great. Love it. Personally, a lot of people who are watching and waiting for AMC to drop so they can buy. Oh yeah, for sure, Hunter. There's a lot of people waiting for the $30 range again. You see it all over. You see it all over everywhere, talking about like how they're waiting for $30. My problem with that is though, is that a lot of people, what happens a lot, man, Hunter, is that people have this like they'll be like, I'm gonna buy in it. Let's just say a stocks. Let's just say AMC, right? It's at $45 or $50. They're like, we're gonna buy in at 35, and then when 35 hits, they're like, I'm gonna buy in at 30. And then 30 never comes, right? And all of a sudden we're back at 55. They're like, well, I wish I would have bought in. Well, I'll buy next time when it hits 35. You know what I mean? That's only like problem with that. And especially plays that are good value plays right now. You know, people are always waiting for that next lower amount to get in, right? When you could just continue just buying it over time, and then it won't matter when you bought in. But it is what it is. Would you play Mara as a long-term or short-term? I'll play Mara as a swing trade, Venus. Mara, Riot, Ebon, swing trades. Swing trades, for sure, 100%. And the reason why I say that right now, Venus, right now, is because I think we're going to have lots of fluctuations in the coin market, especially over the next 3 to 6 months, from fluctuations in there. But even let's just say you know, Bitcoin goes back to 60K. Even then, man, you could play it as like a swing trade no matter what. Me personally, I play Mara and Ebon and Riot all as swing trades, but you could do what you want to. You could be buying lows and continue holding long term, Venus. Just like you could go and buy pretty much any stock and do that too. I'm trying to think of one right off the top of my head, man. That's a coin, like Coinbase, right? Like Coinbase. If you can get it, I think if you get on that one between 2 and 250, long-term wise, I think that's a really good buy-in spot, right? If you can get your buy-in spot around 2 to 250 area, I think that's great long-term. And you don't have to play that as a swing trade either. You could just continue buying low, buy low every time you have some dips. You ain't got to play it as a swing trade. You can do what you want to there. What do you think of HUT Ato, crypto mining company out of Canada? I don't know a lot about that one, Sean, honestly. I think honestly any of your crypto mining company stocks, man, I think are great swing trades though. Or opportunities there to swing trade. You could also be long term on them too. Don't get me wrong. Again, I'm long term on crypto. I'm long term crypto, right? Like I'll continue buying crypto, just especially as these lower markets prices are at right now, and continue to hold them. Me personally, I like to play, you know, the crypto stocks, right? Different. I have to swing trade them. But you can do what you want. Do what you want when you want. However you want. Yvonne's dead, man. Coinbase is great stocks. Yeah, I like Coinbase long term, 100%. I do, man. I still think you could flip the other ones too. I know a lot of people hate on like Ebon and SOS. I still think you can flip those, you know, here and there as well. Do you believe Bitcoin will reach 100K by the end of the year? If Venus, I think it can. If we don't have a lot of FUD in the market still, right? If the FUD in the market's still there, man, it's gonna be hard for Bitcoin to hit 100K. And especially to stay at around 100K and continue that momentum. I do think we'll see. I do think we'll probably hit all-time highs again, though, by the end of the year. Venus. I do think we'll see. I do think we'll hit all-time highs again. But I don't know if it's going to hit 100K by the end of the year. I hope it does, right? I hope it does. So I have hope that it does hit 100K. Because, again, I do have Bitcoin, so I hope it does. But I'm not going to get my hopes up or, like, say it's going to for sure. Because I think, again, there's a lot of FUD in the markets right now. On both sides of the market, whether it's the stock market or crypto markets. I think there's a lot of FUD there that could definitely hold back either market a little bit from where they could go or supposed to be. As long as Elon, I don't think Elon does have some pull in the market, Scott, but I don't think he pulls the whole market. I mean, Elon's gonna be Elon, man. Like as soon as people just remember that Elon's gonna be Elon, he's gonna continue to like just be a meme. Like I love Elon to death, man. Believe me, I like Elon. I just think he's very memey, right? I just think he memes a lot. I think people take him too serious, but I don't think Elon takes himself serious, right? I think he's a smart person. I think Elon is a very laid back, relaxed person that can be serious, but I don't think he's trying to be serious. And I think he's just a meme. He just likes doing meme stuff. He likes playing around, man. That's just how Elon likes to do. Yeah, I think again, Hunter. I think the stock market, and I also think the crypto market going into August, September are going to have very, very good months. I just don't know if those good months are going to be so good that slingshot, the markets, especially the crypto markets, say Bitcoin to 100K or Dogecoin to like $2 or something. I could definitely still see Dogecoin, getting flung up to say $1 and, Bitcoin hitting all new highs again. And let's say, Litecoin, busting out all new highs, man, and things like that. Like all these Ethereum hitting all new highs. Like, things like that, I definitely think are going to happen. I just think there's a lot of stuff that's in there that could hold them back from hitting their, overall super potential, so to say. Now, again, if the FUD starts going away a lot more, then I think we can start seeing some really big gains. Are you talking about the crypto market? Well, there's regulations in the crypto market aren't really there, though, Michael. They can do what they want to in the crypto market. Now, obviously, if Elon was going around saying stuff about different company stocks, then he'd be getting in trouble, man, by the SEC and other things like that. He'd definitely be getting in trouble. Then he's got in trouble before, man, just for saying stuff, and for Tesla, right? But you also got to remember, man, people with money and people with, the suits and funds in general rule the market, no matter what. So there's not a lot you can do about that. You just gotta hold your tongue and continue pressing on. Like I've always said, man, the longer you're in the markets, the more you'll see there's a lot of FUD that goes around, a lot of like misinformation, a lot of uncertainty, man, that it causes lots of market pullbacks, and it's just better if you just continue buying on these lows and just continue hodling. Same thing with the crypto markets, man. Now, if there was to be like a crypto winner, then we're talking different story there. Though I don't think crypto winners now will be the same as crypto winners, in the past. At least I don't think so. Yo, yeah, I feel you. Again, I love Elon, man, right? I think Elon's just Elon. Personally, I don't think you're gonna change Elon. I just think again, I think Elon just loves to meme on a lot of stuff, and I think people take Elon too serious. If I had to say something, that's what I would say the most. I just think people will take him too serious. When Elon doesn't take himself that serious, especially when it comes to like memeing on like cryptocurrencies or whatever he's memeing about. I think he has fun with it. Corbett, yeah, I like Litecoin, man. I have more Litecoin than I do any other cryptocurrency. Litecoin what got me into cryptos. Back in the first of should say like mid 2017. Mid 2017 we had the market pullback. If you guys remember 2017 with the market pullback in the cryptocurrencies, that's honestly when I started getting into it, and Litecoin is what got me into it. I'm long term on Cardano for sure, Daniela. I like Cardano. I think if anything, it has a potential to, you know, say a hedge against like Ethereum. I think Cardano is that. Right, I think ADA is definitely like the biggest hedge you could have against ETH, which again, I do have Ethereum. I like Ethereum, but I don't think it's a bad thing to have some Cardano either, long-term wise. Do I think CCIV will blow? Are you talking about like the price go up high? I don't think we're going to see CCIV blow up in terms of like a stock price until they start pumping out cars a lot. Say like end of this year going into next year, if they're doing very well and they're meeting demand, and maybe if they're even going over demand, Venus, that's when I think you'll start seeing Lucid start doing a lot better. But I'm long-term Lucid again. Like for me, like I'm looking at Lucid in like 2030, right, Venus? Whereas some people might be looking to make a quick dollar really, really quick. You could do that obviously with Lucid, but I'd be more long-term on a stock like Lucid. I think there's a lot of growth potential with them though. 100% again, because they're just now getting started, right? It'd be like buying like, let's say, like, although it's not the same because Tesla's a lot different, but it'd be kind of like buying like a Tesla like way back in the day. There's just so much in front of me, the unknown, right? That's so much in front of Lucid, which I think a lot of that area has been paved already for them by other companies that have been doing very well. So they have a lot of areas to learn off of already. You know, it's not like when Tesla first started out, when Tesla was pretty much the only people in that space that were learning, right? I think a lot of people just learned off of them. I think we could see, you know, another little pump in Newegg in the aftermarket hours, which right now, yeah, I mean, another 6.79% aftermarket hours. Right now, I'm guessing Newegg is just that new Wall Street bets, you know, stock right now. They're up a lot right now off that computer stuff they were talking about doing. So, I mean, they're up 140, 152, 153% right now overall, which is high. That's a lot in one day. It's a lot of pushing going on there. There's a lot of FOMO right there too. It's a lot of FOMO. Because their short percentage wasn't very that high. I think short term it could definitely have some good gains. Yes, Rogers. Yeah, I think short term it could have some good gains. I'm talking with me though. Again, Rogers, I'm looking at a long term potential with Cardano. But again, man, if you're looking for short term gains, I think they're there as well. And what I mean by that is within the next year, right? Is Doge a dead cat? No, Doge is a dead cat. Nah. I think cryptocurrencies overall right now, though, DJ, man, are in a weird spot. And Doge is no exception. Doge is no exception there. I think right now you're seeing a lot of bounce around in Doge. It's been bouncing between like the 20-cent range and like 25, 26 cents for a minute here. But I think you've seen a lot of those areas pull, you know what I mean? Back and forth, back and forth. Unfortunately, I think we'll eventually see Doge head back up into the 30+ cent range though. But they are down like what, like 60, I don't know. Let me see real quick. I can't remember how far they're down compared to their high right here. What is it down? Okay, I don't even know what's down. It's down quite a bit though, obviously, right? From 60, what was it, 66? I mean, 73 cents. I said 66. 73, almost 74 cents, and right now it's at 23. And I think there's upside potential there on Doge, just like I think there's upside potential on, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Cardano, all those coins right now. DJ, personally, I think DJ, like I've been saying, I think we'll start seeing a larger market pull up on the cryptocurrencies somewhere around August, September area. Maybe at the end of this month. You know what I mean? But I'd be more willing to bet August, September is when we'll start seeing the market start to roar back in those areas. Now, a lot of that has to do with like where the FUD market is at that point. I think what's going on in the market. But it's just like the stock market, man. I think you're going to see growth. I think growth stocks, but your momentum plays, especially growth though. I think you'll see a lot of growth. I think growth is the stocks to get into right now going into next year. I think they have the best, I guess, growth opportunities. And honestly, if you're buying into good companies, I honestly do think they're there to be buying into right now. Yeah, Hunter. Yeah, Litecoin has a lot of similarities to Bitcoin, right? And not talking about similarities in terms of like, they're saying like, I guess the same like works there, but you get what I'm saying. They also have a cap too. They also have a cap as well. It's 4x, right? It's 4x the cap of Bitcoin, but it also, you can also works on the blockchain a lot faster. Yo, what's up, Hoff? Outlook on AMC again, like I've been saying since January, Dan. I think we'll see a slow squeeze in AMC, unless we start seeing margin calls. Margin calls is when you would see AMC start rocketing a lot faster. But until then, man, I still think it's going to be a lot of ups and then pullbacks, ups, pullbacks, ups, pullbacks, right? And I don't know how long those pullbacks will be in between the ups. I mean, maybe it's a month, maybe it's 2 months, maybe sometimes it might be, even sooner than that. Maybe it's a couple weeks. Yo, chat, if you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the sub button, hit that like button down below as well. Love to have you guys. If you guys don't know who I am, my name's Jason. I'm a nerd on the internet. I'm a nerd on the internet. I've been in the stock market for 11 years. I went to school for financing. So I have some sort of knowledge. Are you talking about Mary? You talking about the software? You talking about that software company? I mean, you could see Marion start pulling back down some more, right, from where it's at right now. It's still at $19.24. It seems like Marion has a lot of good support though, right around like the let's say like right around the $12 to $13 area. Nerd, dude. I am a nerd. I am a nerd. It's true. And then if it was to pull back further than that, man, again, next point you want to look at is the June 30th price point at 1073. That'd be the next fall point. But then after that, man, you don't really have any like big areas for it to get caught up at. Your next biggest area is like $3. But I'd have to look more into Marin before I told you anything big on that one. Like me personally, if I was in Marin, I would have been selling once we got above 20 bucks. 100%. I would have been capping. Thoughts on Clove? I think you can swing trade Clove again. Holistic. I think we'll probably see another Clove push eventually. My price target there again would be somewhere around like $20 to $25 range again. Holistic. If I was to be swing trading Clove again, it's somewhere that's where I'd put Clove at if you're swing trading it. Yeah, Ramsey, there was a lot of downfalls there in the market. Well, unless you're in a play that's more of like a value play or something like that, right? There was definitely some. If you're in any kind of like growth stock, most growth stocks, I shouldn't say all, but a lot of growth stocks momentum plays, they all had a lot of pullbacks today. And the reason why we've seen that was because the job opening numbers are so high that people are looking at those numbers and being like, wow, those aren't getting filled. So that can have negative effects, right, on the Feds start tapering sooner than they're saying they're going to taper. So that kind of creates a lot of uncertainty in the market. And that's going to cause you some pullbacks because people aren't going to think there's not going to be as much growth in those companies as they thought before. Yeah, I feel you there, Hoff. I feel you there, man. Yes. I mean, anytime you see your profits start eroding, it's never fun. You know what I mean? It's never fun to see them, but once you're in the market for a long time, Hoff, man, you kind of become just like rough skin. And then the market pullbacks don't really hurt you anymore. You're just like, okay, this is okay. That's never fun to watch. It's definitely never fun to watch. I hate it as well. I love SoFi holistic. I think SoFi, man, long term is great. I like their business model. I also like that they have a very low overhead. They outsource a lot of their stuff, right? Like, again, we're talking about this earlier, man. If you go to get insurance on there, go to get life insurance, things like that, they outsource those to other companies, so it's very, very easy, very, very seamless. They get paid a flat fee, and they also get paid a amount of dollars on top of that flat fee. You know, every say month or every year. Well, I don't know exactly what their payout model is on that. They definitely get paid out that way. Again, I think their business model is great. I think their business model is great. And again, I've been buying. If you can get SoFi, man, around $16 or lower, it's very, very nice. Very, very nice. $16 and under. But I'll be a buyer on SoFi, man, under 18 all day long. All day long, man. I'll buy SoFi under 18 bucks all day. Bring it on, baby. And I'll heavily buy if it drops below 15. If it drops below 15, I'm a heavy buyer at that point. Oh, Vanguard Real Estate. Yeah, well, look at real estate, though, Bart. It's somebody that does real estate himself, Bart. Look at real estate, bro. What do you expect? What do you expect, my man? Yo, chat, if you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that sub button. If you guys haven't hit the like button, make sure you guys do. I'm trying to break the chains on YouTube, guys. We've been shadow banned by YouTube, so I don't know how long shadow bans last. So, you know, RIP. It's what I get for talking about AMC. I talk about AMC, my channel gets shadow banned. RIP. I'm gonna have to tell YouTube to back the F off. Okay, man, there's a lot bigger streamers out there than me that can go shadow ban. Shadow ban somebody else. Just kidding. I don't want anybody to get shadow banned. Nobody, bro. Some bullshit. You know that's some bullshit, man. Let's see. What is that? Ain't bad. Somebody done sent me a somebody sent me a real estate property in Palm Harbor, Florida. I'll tell you one thing right now, though. If you guys are in the market for condos, you know, obviously since we had that big tragic accident, man, condo prices have been going down a little bit in Florida. So, I mean, if you guys are looking to, you know, live on the frisky side of life, and then definitely some condo deals opening up right now. And some of these prices have been slashed like 10-15%. You want to invest in my regenerative eco farm idea? I need 60K straight off. LOL, dude. Oh, man. So many ideas. So little time. Yo, holistic, man. My grandmother's doing okay, right? In terms, I guess, like, as good as she can be, right? You know what I mean? Obviously, she has terminal bone cancer, so. She's been putting on a little bit of water weight, which isn't good. You know what I mean? Her feet and her hands and stuff like that have been swelling up a lot. You know, I good. You know what I mean? She's in good spirits, right? And they have her on a lot of medicine too. Like she starts getting hurting really bad. They have morphine patches and all that stuff. She's doing as good as she can be, man. Doing as good as she can be. That's why they're crumbling, LOL, dude. I know, man. There's that high rise. You guys see that big old high rise in like San Francisco that's dropped like 18 inches in the past like decade or something like that. 18 inches. Yeggers. If you want to invest in beachfront condos with sea level rise coming, I'm not gonna buy a condo on the beach either. I mean, personally, me, man, like I'm not gonna buy any house that's within like 5 miles of the coast. I'd much rather buy at least 10 miles inland if I can. If I was buying in Florida or anywhere around the coast, right? That's just me, but I mean, hey, Do what you want to do. It's your money, right? It's your money. Because I'd be now, obviously, if something come up and it's like a really good price point, right? If something come out as a really good price point, let's just say like something come up in like Clearwater, Florida, or you know what I mean? Something come up in a nice spot like Palm Harbor or somewhere right around the coast, you know, or even down there like St. Pete Beach or wherever, man, you know, down there, maybe Brenington or anywhere in those areas. And there's like a good price point, then if I could buy it and it needed a little bit of fixing up and I buy it and sell it, then obviously good investment, right? As long as you make, you know, as long as you're making 40, 50 grand on it, good investment, whatever. Yeah, I'm talking about after taxes, all that stuff. Because you're not gonna be living there. But I mean, personally, I don't want to live like within like 5 miles of the coast. It's too much stuff that goes on, man, with owning homes in those little areas. Too much to have to deal with for my liking. Now again, I'd buy something in Tampa, right? Like in Tampa, you know, out of the coast. You know what I mean? You know, Lando Lakes, stuff like that. I'd buy places out in there for sure. If I was going to stay there, it was like my home. Something off the coast, at least. Just too much crap to have to get into, man. If you're living within like 5 miles of the coast. Yeah, it is hard to watch, though, Bart. It is hard, man. It's hard to watch, you know, people you love, man, you know, deteriorate, especially your grandmother, which is pretty much my mom to me. It is hard, man, but you know, she's a strong woman, though. I mean, she's definitely led a good life. What are your thoughts on Pixie? If trends continue, the 1 million chart, it looks like it might go. Also, earnings coming up. Yeah, it definitely could, Dan. Yeah, it's something I'd watch it, Dan. I'd watch it. Definitely would watch Pixie for sure. Yeah, I think 5 miles in the end's good. Now, obviously, once my grandmother dies, like probably going into next year, me and the co are definitely gonna be looking for something to move to around Tampa. So that's where I'm gonna be moving to. Again, I have one, I have some friends who live down there, and two, a lot of my stuff from work is down in that area as well already. And I like Tampa area as well, so it probably wouldn't be like, you know, downtown Tampa. It'd be around, right? Like probably north or maybe even south, near Bradenton or up north towards like Lando Lakes, right? In between there would be something I would be looking into. Yeah. Because obviously we live around here right now. I love the Nashville area. But one reason why I've been living here so long is obviously my family. And my grandmother being a big part of that. But that wouldn't be until next year. I wouldn't be moving this year anyway. I got a bridge in Tergama, man. That's for sure. Dude, I got a bridge to sell you, baby boy. Oh, man. Yo, I do hope everybody's day is going well, though, chat. I hope everybody's day is going well today. And I hope the stock market didn't affect you too much today. Remember, guys, if the stock market as a whole is affecting you, like in terms of like a mental effect, make sure you guys are just going outside and walking, right? Or maybe get off and go watch a movie or listen to music or whatever, man. Like, I love the markets. I watch the markets every day. But again, remember, guys, I've been in the market for a long time, so the market movements don't affect me as much anymore. I see market movements, and I see red days as buying opportunities, right? Whereas some people see red days as like a day, man, it's just a day that's like they hate, and it's just like, oh, it affects them so much. And they used to just say to me, just remember, man, to breathe. If it affects you really bad, take a walk, man. Get some fresh air. Go sit on your front porch. You have a porch, whatever. It don't matter. If you have a family, you have kids, man, go spend some time with your kids, man. Those things right there definitely help out your whole day. Don't let like some down days in the market affect you. That's what I'm trying to get at there. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have really good runs, and you're gonna have some bound pulls back, right? You're gonna have some really good runs and some pullbacks. You just can't let it affect you. You can't let the highs affect you. You can't let the lows affect you. AMC update just joined. What's working? Yo, what's up, Mike? Well, today we had a lot of the momentum stocks get pulled back. A lot of the stocks got pulled back today. And then on top of that, obviously, you had some of the hedge funds hammer a little bit harder as well because we had some market pullbacks. And the reason why we had pullbacks today is because of job numbers. And I mean by job numbers is we had a lot of job openings and a lot of job fillings right now, which a lot of people are looking to the Feds maybe to raise rates earlier because okay, here's what I'm going to... Two main things. Really quick. as like notes, right? People are uncertain, right, about Feds raising rates earlier. And number two, people are looking at these job opening numbers being so high and those not getting filled fast enough, as maybe those companies aren't going to grow as fast as they thought they were. And a lot of times when that happens, it's growth stocks, right? And momentum plays that get hurt the worst. Growth stocks, momentum plays get hurt the worst in those kind of things. Now, again, I think this is kind of like a short-term pullback in a lot of those areas. I think we'll see this go right back up. But for the next, maybe today and tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow, we start seeing the trend back up again. That's the reason why I say it's hard to like know, is you never know when that little trend's going to start to like just break again and go right back up. Because a lot of times when you have these like uncertain times, it usually only lasts for like a day or two. And that's the reason why it's hard to know like when to buy. You know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, I don't want to buy now, so it could drop lower. That's the reason why I always say, man, look, if you're really going to buy, just buy now, save some of your money, and then buy again maybe tomorrow or the next day, right? Doesn't matter. If it's down, 10 or 15% today, then it's probably a good day to buy, right? Or if your stock's down 5 or 6% already today, it's probably a good time to buy. Now, if it drops again tomorrow, if you didn't use all your money at once, then you have a little bit more money to buy the low again, right? And just don't ride the highs and don't ride the lows. Is what I mean by that. Going to Reno for the weekend with the kiddos. Going to lose more on tables than the market. Hey, Corbett, it's okay. As long as you have fun, man. As long as you have fun. As long as you have the money to waste. As long as you have the money to waste, man, that don't matter. Do you, my man? Do you? Hey, Mikes. You the man, dude. You the man, man. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Seriously. Even if YouTube is ghost banning us right now and ghosting us, RIP, man. But we'll be okay. Also, if you guys haven't followed us on the Twitter sphere, man, hey, rip. Yeah, follow us over here on Twitter, on the Twitter sphere. But that's some overall reason, though, Mike. It's the reason why we had a pullback today in a lot of those areas. So if you're wondering why, that's the reason why. It was bound to happen, though. I've been looking at these numbers coming in, and I was thinking, man, it might not be a great Wednesday. Might not be a great Wednesday, and it wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst either, because there's definitely a lot of areas that weren't down a ton today. There's a lot of areas that were down like maybe 1%. 2%. There's some areas that were down a lot more. You know what I mean? AMC and some others are down 10. Yeah, I even seen some that are down like 15%. But that's the reason why I'm always saying, don't ride the highs and don't ride the lows. You just can't do it. You just can't do it, man. Cryptos or stocks, Google mentions. Oh, yeah, for sure, Jess. And then the reason why, Jess, is because we started seeing these little pullbacks here and there. Yep. And that's the reason why a lot of people don't, most people don't make a ton of money in the market. Because a lot of people, man, like to buy when it's high and they like to sell when it's low. Unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate, but it's just the way it is. People like to buy when it's high and then sell when it's low. They're like, wow, we should get in, man. It's like, dude, everything's already at all-time highs right now. I mean, it's great, but you have to, like, play the market. You got to stay in. If you're going to do that, you have to stay in the market. And then, like, oh, man, it's dropped. Let's sell out now, right? And it's hard to teach people, man, that you can't do that, but it's hard, dude, right? It's hard because people just don't want to listen. Marcus, I'm sure there's some retail people selling here and there, right? I'm sure there's some people selling. There's always going to be people selling, especially when you go low again. People like to buy the high and sell at a low. I think the overall, like us as the people that are in this movement, though, the people that are retail, like us, you know what I mean? Like us in this movement, the people that are, hardcore, aren't selling. So, yeah, if people that are hardcore into this stock were selling, you would see a bigger mark. You would see AMC go a lot farther than this. You would see probably like 30 or 40%, right? AMC losses at that point. So it's not to say that nobody is selling. I just think the majority of people are hodling, though. Majority. Yeah, 4-day weeks. Yeah, you're right there too, California. You're right, man. When do you actually consider cutting losses and selling in other stock? Okay, like I said, selling AMC right now is stupid, but when would you consider cutting losses in other stocks, please? Spryly, if it's something you're not very have like a big conviction in, or it doesn't have like a lot of growth opportunity there, usually I have like a anywhere between like 5 to 10% stop loss in place on those kind of plays. Now, if it's like a growth stock that I know is going to go up, like if it's let's say if it's a like alternative energy play or or EV stock, right, or battery company right now, or charging infrastructure companies, man, or anything like that, I'll be holding on to no matter what. I'd hold on to those no matter what, because long-term growth's great there. Now, if it's like a healthcare stock, man, that's a rumble bumble healthcare stock, you never know about those. That's usually why I usually put like a 5 to 10% stop loss on things like that. That way, if I have to, I get out. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit there and lose money on something that I can just put that money somewhere else and gain a lot more into. Now, obviously, if it's something like AMC, it's a lot different. That'd be a lot different kind of story there. I bought AMC at 77, then I got scared and sold at 47. Then yeah, that's the bad thing, man. Casper, that's the bad thing, man, is that people it's ingrained, man, right? In like your social, you know what I mean? It's just ingrained in your brain. You're like, buy high, sell low, right? Things go up, you're like, I want to buy now. And then when things are low, people are like, I don't want to buy. And that's the reason why I've always said, man, when the markets are going down, it's a great time to buy. It's a great time to buy, dude. When you have market pullbacks like today, and especially in your growth stocks and your momentum plays, dude, it's a great time to buy because this doesn't last forever. I don't know how many times, man, you guys that have been in jail, you know how many times I've preached this over and over and over and over. I've been trying to drill in everybody's head. It's like, look, one, you're not losing money until you sell. And two, if you have a high conviction play in a lot of these areas, then why not just continue to buy in over time and you'll be fine. Easily fine, right? I mean, you can play a lot of alternative energy plays, man. You could be playing like solar, like Tesla goes into those, man. In phase, I think in phase is a great buy as well as an alternative energy play. There's a ton of alternative energies that you can. There's a ton of them. You got like next era's got like a decent one as well on their PE ratio that they're 12 months. 12 months. Obviously, SunPower is another one people like to play as well. Trying to think of like some of the other ones really quick. That aren't Canadian. You could play Canadian, like in the Canadian markets. Obviously, you could play TransAlta. You could play that sign. You also got like the Sun Hydra. Plug Power be another one. Obviously, if you can get Plug Power at a good price point, though. If you can get Plug Power at a good price point, I'd much rather buy Plug under 30. You also got Rain Solar. I call it Sola, right? It's SOL. That would be another one to get into. If you wanted to get into like an ETF, I think there's one called like it's like Global Clean Energy, which is I think it's like ICLN. Could be another one as well. There's some good alternative energy plays out there. My main one, honestly, though, has been Enphase. Like Enphase has been one of my nice ones I like. I do have some Sol. Obviously, I have a ton of Tesla. Yep, green days fly, man. Red days buy. Exactly, Just. I could preach that all day long, man. Mr. Joe, by the way, I didn't do that. Oh, I got you, Casper. I got you. I was like, well, hey, man. There's one thing you'll learn about me, Casper. I'll never hate on somebody for doing something silly. It's human nature. I'm not one of those people, man, that like to I'm not one of those guys on like Twitter or somewhere like dogpiling on people, calling people like shills or whatever. Just not me, dude. As my grandfather said, man, stupid is as stupid does. But that doesn't mean I have to talk about stupid is and stupid does, right? Let people do them, man. And if they want to make stupid decisions, Hey, you make stupid decisions. I'll go behind you, man, and clean up some of those stupid decisions and buy some of those shares for you. All the merrier for me to go buy, right? All the merrier for me to go buy, man. It is what it is. So let me in there. Canadian Solar has been very good to me for a long time. Yo, nice. Yeah. I didn't think about that one. I was thinking about the other Canadian solar company, which has been pretty good as well. I think there's quite a bit of like alternative energy plays that should do good as long as you're buying into companies, man, that have good growth potential, right? And have like a decent, future PE levels. I think those are nice, man. I think AMC's new base will be, I think so too. Once we hit an all-time high, I think it'll come back. Well, I think we hit an all-time, let's just say our all-time high is like 90. Then I think we're going to come back down somewhere between 70 and 80. You know what I mean? Somewhere around in there as a new flow, right? As a new base, so to say. And we'll have dips, right? I'm sure we'll have dips between like 65 and 60 or something like that. Then we can buy those dips, and then maybe we'll fling up from there again. And that cycle will continue until we have margin calls. Then that's when I think we'll see AMC's overall bigger numbers start to flourish up, is when we get to those areas. When we get into those areas is when I think we'll start seeing those bigger plays come into effect. Yeah, remember, guys, right now, if you didn't know, over here on Webull, you can also buy, pieces of shares now as well. So you have to buy a whole share. You can buy like $5 worth of AMC or whatever. They also have a promotion going on. If you sign up and put $5 onto the platform, you get 2 free stocks worth of $2,000. It's worth doing that, man. And if you don't have a Roth IRA, hey, open up a Roth IRA there. It's free to do. Listen to your accent reminds me of when I lived in Central Arkansas. Super nice people, Southern hospitality. I mean, sometimes, right? There's definitely some people in the South, man, that are a bunch of douches too. Now, I guess it's everywhere. I do live in Nashville though, so semi-close. I've actually never been to Arkansas though. Never been to Arkansas. I think the closest I've been to Arkansas was either went to Missouri a couple times before, obviously on business trips, and I've been to Memphis obviously on business trips. Once I've flown over Arkansas, I've flown over it, never been actually in it. I guess I've been in Arkansas's airspace. I don't know how to do fractional shares on Webull. I think you just go buy fractional shares now. I think is what you do on Webull. I'm gonna guess. I haven't bought fractional shares either on Webull. I haven't done it, which I've honestly hardly ever bought any kind of fractional shares. I don't think I've ever bought a fractional share ever anywhere, but I think it's nice to have fractional shares though if you needed them. Because not everybody can go out and go buy a whole share of like, Tesla, or go buy a whole share of Google or whatever. I think it's good to have that as an option. It's supposed to come out July. I think it's already out, isn't it? Let me check real quick. Does anybody know? I haven't used the feature either. Let's see. Let me go to Tesla or some. Let's just bring up Google. Google. Is I'm dead? I feel like I'm bag holding. Where are you in? What price point are you in, Chris? Let's see. Trade. Buy. Market limit. Trailing stop. Group orders. Let's see here. Yeah, I have to look on it later. I don't really have enough time to sit here and figure it out. Would AMC drop further, or would this be a good entry point? I think right now is a pretty good entry point. Again, you could try to wait, a little bit longer, but then you might be one of those people that, honestly, I don't know how much money you have. Kind of spread your money out. Spread your money out, Ivan. Buy some here, buy some there, right? That way you know for sure that you're getting a good price point. Like let's say you had $500, man. Break that $500 in like maybe $200, $150 increments or whatever you want to do there. Buy some here, buy some tomorrow, you know, so on and so forth. I think right now is a pretty good opportunity to be buying, especially since we've been down like 10% today. So this dollar cost average in. Don't worry about buying all at once. You never have to buy all at once, man. Because the problem with that is that you're gonna. The problem is, man, is that what you do when you say I don't know when to buy in, and when you do that is that you have like a price point in your head. Maybe let's just say it's $35, and let's say the price goes to 35. Then you're like, well, I'm gonna wait till 30, right? Then the price goes down like 34, then all of a sudden it's back up to $55 the next day. And you're like, I wish I would have bought in. Dang it! I guess I'll buy when it goes back down to 35 again. And then the whole cycle just continues to repeat. And that's the issue, man, of waiting. When you could have just continued, you could have just bought in some here, bought in some there, bought in some here, bought in some there over time. It doesn't matter where you buy at that point. When in doubt, check the 1 month RSI. But the problem with that is, Brandon, is what I'm trying to get at, man, is that even if you're checking RSIs or if you're checking this or checking that, is that AMC is one. It's a momentum play, right? So a lot of times it doesn't even follow, you know, the regular rules of like a regular stock. And then on top of that again, man, you get hit with the whole I'm going to buy at this price point, then it drops that price point. You're like, well, I'm going to buy at this price point. I'm just going to go a little lower. Then it never does, and it goes back up to all-time highs again. That's what I don't like about it. At least if you would have bought in some here and there and it goes back up, at least then you're up, right? And if it goes down, so what? You have more money to buy on the dips. Helena, Arkansas, cross that bridge, and you'll be in Clarksdale, Mississippi, dude. Good old Mississippi. Good old Mississippi. Dude, I haven't been to Mississippi in a long time. I think the last time I was in Mississippi was probably the casinos down there in Mississippi. Thoughts on SHIB, Clint? I don't have any SHIB, but hey, man, you definitely make some money, I'm sure, on it. Pretty much what I do, honestly, is I buy over time, right? So every month I put so much money into the market. You know, I have a set amount I put into the market. Now, let's say that there was a big market pullback, then I'd probably pour more money in. But over time, I just continue putting money in the market. I think that's the best way to play it. I want to check out Alabama for the turtles, dude. What the turtles? I'll tell you one thing, man. Driving through, man, like Alabama or driving through Georgia seems like it takes 6 years. It's like, God. It takes so long driving through there. Forever. Yeah, Tunica. Yeah, dude. Tunica, man. So the casinos are on my mom list. Oh, did she really? Yo, nice. Yeah, I've been to Tunica twice, DJ. I've been to Tunica twice. Because anytime, well, not anytime, but the last couple times I went to Memphis for meeting job stuff, I went to Tunica, right? Tunica's very, very nice, though. It's kind of crazy because you drive forever out in the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden there's like just big ass casinos popping up out of nowhere, man. You're like, what the heck? Where did this casino come from? It's like driving up into Indiana too, right? The casino's up in Indiana. So like out in the middle of just, you know, casinos nowhere, out of nowhere, man. Just pop up. You're like, what is going on? Yeah, they have some really good food though. 100%, man. Great food there. Yo, guys, if you guys haven't joined our Discord channel, man, hey, join Discord here. Yo, it's almost 4 o'clock though. When Lambo comes, man. Yo, how you doing though, man? How you doing, man? I guess I'm gonna hop off because it's 4 o'clock. I need to work on a video and get that pushed out as well. Yo, if you guys haven't, make sure to hit the like button down below, hit that sub button, hit that little bell notification. It'd be super awesome. I appreciate everybody being here today, hanging out, hanging on the outs, man. Even if YouTube is shadow banned us, you know, RIP, man, RIP us. But yeah, I appreciate everybody being here, man. Hanging out. I'm gonna pump out a video. Video should be live somewhere around like 6 o'clock my time. So like 2 hours. because I got to do some research stuff. I'll probably talk about the broader market pullback today as well in the video. If you guys are interested why we had a market pullback today, especially in your, not the whole market, but the growth stocks and your momentum plays, why we had those pullbacks. I'll talk about that today as well. We'll go over a lot of stuff in today's video. I'll try to make it under 15 minutes. I promise. I know it's hard to do that, but I'll try to make it under 15 minutes. I know you guys don't like long videos, so try. There's a lot of information to pump into one thing, but I'll go over it really quick, really details, man, on what's going on in the market, yada yada. We'll go over those things and why you shouldn't really fear right now anyway. Why we had the little market, downturn in the momentum in growth stock plays, and why you shouldn't worry right this second about stupid stuff. And now that's really a lot of FUD. And yeah, I'll go over a lot more there, though. If you guys haven't, again, make sure you guys hit the like button down below. Hit the follow button or the sub button. Yeah, sub button. I keep saying follow button. And if you guys want 2 free stocks with Webull, if you sign up right now and put $5 in, it's worth getting, putting $5 in and getting 2 free stocks worth of $2,000. If you don't have a Roth IRA, man, open up your Roth IRA on there as well. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for live stream, and then I'll see you guys tonight for the video. As always, make sure you guys hit the likes on the videos, man, especially when we post or comments, share those, especially right now with YouTube ghost, pretty much ghost banning us on the platform. Yo, you're welcome, Nicholas. Thanks for coming and hanging out, guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you guys on the video tonight. Peace out, fam. Everybody stay safe. Don't let the bed bugs bite tonight. Peace, fam.